I'm not sure if I've ever been hit up to get fight predictions, reactions, or anything of sort for a fight as much as I did for Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. And I'm talking people that I've never seen talk boxing was hitting me up about this fight. So obviously, we know Jake Paul's popularity. We all know the fascination with Mike Tyson. So I decided to just give the good, bad, and the ugly of the whole Tyson Paul saga. So I'll start with the good. It was great to see Mike Tyson get a huge payday. I'm not convinced that he got $20 million, but I'm sure it was a very significant amount of money. Also, the good is I was glad to see him walk away without getting hurt at 58 years old, fighting someone 31 years younger than him. Jake Paul gets credit for a lot of the good because I think he showed Mike some mercy. I think there was times he probably could have pressed the gas and, if not knocked Mike out, possibly got him to quit, maybe on the stool, forced the referee's hand to stop it. So Jake Paul showed the legend a little mercy, so that was good. I think they did an amazing job promoting the hell out of this fight, which is how it ended up in 60 million homes. I don't think people understand. 60 million people didn't view it. The fight was viewed globally in 60 million homes. So if you had the fight in your household with 10 people there, that's 10 people for one household. I mean, you do the math. 60 million homes was watching the fight. So a lot of good. I thought Abel Ramos and Mario Barrios laid it all on the line. That was good. I thought Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano laid it all on the line. That was good. The card itself actually wasn't bad. What else? Do we have any more goods? I think that's kind of sums up the good for me. The bad, Netflix streaming event. It was not a success. It was a lot of buffering, a lot of freezing, a lot of pissed off customers. I saw some people say they're unsubscribing to Netflix. I think Netflix underestimated the popularity of Tyson and Paul, and it kind of bit them a little bit. Another bad for me is, unfortunately, I think this is probably the biggest boxing event of the year. I think this is probably the biggest boxing event of the last couple years, and even probably into next year if you look at kind of what's on the horizon. No discredit to Tyson or Jake Paul, but when you have a fight like that end up being the most viewed fight, it just kind of shows you where boxing is. So that's a bad for me as a true boxing fan. Obviously the fight itself. The fight didn't live up to some people's expectations. I thought the expectations of many was super unrealistic. When you got a 27-year-old fighting a 58-year-old, no matter how legendary the 58-year-old is within that sport, he's given up 31 years. He walked to the ring with a big knee brace on, and I just didn't think it was a good look. I didn't expect a whole lot. I actually didn't even watch the fight live. I had to go back and watch it. So, not good. Not good. Another thing that wasn't good was Mike Tyson's legs. His balance looked terrible to me. The first right hand Jake Paul landed looked to shake him up a little bit. Then subsequently he landed a left hook that looked to do the same. And I think that's kind of what pointed Jake Paul in the direction of showing Mike a little mercy. Another bad, the final bad, is a potential Mike Tyson-Logan Paul fight. I have no interest in that fight. I love to see these guys get their paydays. Mike has a popular podcast. There's just other ways to make money. I don't want to see Mike in the ring again, especially with another Paul brother. The ugly. I never need to see Mike Tyson or any other man, let alone 60-year-old man's ass ever again in my life. I tried to avoid it. If you're on social media, it's pretty much unavoidable. I don't need to see that again. So that was definitely part of the ugly. Another part of the ugly was how many people were fooled by great editing, Mike Tyson looking ferocious in 30-second workout clips, and so many people thought this was going to be like a real fight. If you remember how Mike Tyson's regular boxing career ended, and I'm probably going back to, 2000 maybe, 2003. I don't know when his last fight was, but he quit on the stool against Kevin McBride. After the fight, he said he just didn't have it anymore. And that says a lot. You know, fighters can't just turn it on and off like that. So many people was fooled, and you know, I see people saying it was rigged, it wasn't a real fight. What did you expect? So, if you want to blame somebody, blame yourself. Um, Another ugly for me is I don't know. I think the Serrano Katie Taylor decision could have gone either way, so I wouldn't call it a robbery, but just gauging fans' reaction, I think you can kind of put that in the ugly category. And I think if Katie Taylor wouldn't have been kind of gifted the first decision when they fought the first time, the sting wouldn't be as bad. But to a lot of fans, it felt like Amanda Serrano, just there's nothing she can do to beat Katie Taylor on the judges' scorecard. So that was kind of ugly, seeing a decision that wasn't popular on such a huge platform. I will close the ugly with, if you keep supporting these type of events, we're going to keep getting these type of events. Again, no shade to Jake Paul. I actually think Jake Paul's a good dude. He's gotten Amanda Serrano paid beyond measure. She's probably made more money since she's been signed to Jake Paul's promotional company than she has an entire boxing career. So I think he does great things, but to keep dragging legends out of retirement, taking it easy on them, or whatever the situation may be, I'm good on that. There's other people they can fight that would probably garner my interest a little more, but I don't need to see the Mike Tysons and the Jake or Logan Pauls. But if you keep supporting, which 60 million homes did, we're going to keep getting these. So lower your expectations. You can't treat it like Mike Tyson is meeting Jake Paul in an alley for a fist fight. It's a boxing match, and Father Time is undefeated. I'm glad they both got paid. I'm glad they both walked away healthy. But if you keep supporting, we're going to keep getting.